For tech-savvy individuals, Bitcoin is the gold of the virtual world. Unlike the traditional stock market, Bitcoin has the potential of turning rags to riches overnight. But how much value does it actually have? And if you invest on Bitcoin, are the returns certain? The value of Bitcoin keeps fluctuating. The price of the top cryptocurrency hit an all-time high of nearly $42,000 less than a week ago, before quickly falling back to around $30,000, which is more than 20% plunge. But it has roared back in recent days and is once again trading just a shy of rupees $40,000. So what is a Bitcoin? Bitcoin is a decentralized digital cryptocurrency, a virtual currency secured by cryptography, which can be transferred from user to user onto the peer-to-peer Bitcoin network without the need of any intermediaries. So what can you use this Bitcoin for? So Bitcoins have multiple uses. It can be used to make purchases, book hotels on Expedia, and you can pay someone in Bitcoin from your Bitcoin wallet. Most importantly, can you use these in India? Yes, because Bitcoins are no longer illegal to sell, buy or trade in India. It is not regulated by any central authority. But it is expected that the government might come up with some guidelines soon to control and trace Bitcoin transactions happening across India. With an estimate of 1.7 million users of cryptocurrency and about 2,000 users of Bitcoin, the concerns with respect to money laundering and terror financing are constant. It is always safe to buy Bitcoin from an official source to avoid getting cheated. So, is Bitcoin a bubble? Before I tell you that, let me explain what a bubble is in financial terms. Bubble actually refers to a situation when the price of something like an individual stock or financial asset exceeds its fundamental value by a huge margin. The worth increases based on a speculative demand and not on intrinsic worth. This speculation fuels the inflated price and eventually the bubble pops, which means the price decline and often dramatically. Now, what is tulip mania? Tulip mania is the story of the first financial bubble. In 17th century, the investors began to hysterically buy tulips, which led in extreme surge in tulip prices. A single flower exceeded the annual income of skilled workers and cost more than some of the houses at that time. And then the bubble popped. The prices drastically collapsed and within a week, many tulip holders went bankrupt. According to former Reserve Bank of India Governor Raghuram Rajan, it is a bubble. In an interview with Times Now last week, while pointing at the fluctuating value of Bitcoin, he says that Bitcoin is the classic bubble. It produces no value. So one of the main reasons for calling it a bubble is based on the fact that cryptocurrency is very volatile and trading practices may manipulate behavior in unregulated exchanges. The value of Bitcoin on 2nd January was $30,000 and last week about 40,000, and on Friday the value fell as much as 11% to 34,000. So if something is as volatile as this, cannot be trusted. Also, Bitcoin has crashed 3 times in the past. It crashed in 2011 and 2013 mainly because China banned Bitcoins. It crashed again in 2017 and according to a paper, the crash happened because of an entity just by a single trade. Another reason was initial coin offerings, which means the new cryptocurrencies other than Bitcoin came into the market. But according to many Bitcoin experts, these crashes that we saw in 2011, 13 and 17 are no longer applicable. So even if the value of Bitcoin may rise and fall, but it is not an unsustainable bubble that will burst.
Why Bitcoin is not a bubble? Because no bubble has ever existed for decades, right? Bitcoin has existed for now 12 years, and this is not the first price run up that's happening, right? A bubble is usually when, there's a huge price run up, which is crazy, and it reaches a top and then it pops. That's why it's called a bubble, right? Whereas Bitcoin is more like a market cycle where it's gone up in price 4 times now, and there's a small correction after that. But the longer trend in Bitcoin is always that the price keeps appreciating in value as more and more people come into the network, more and more investors and more the maturity of the Bitcoin space happens. Bitcoin is no longer a speculative instrument that is played around with kids. It's a serious financial asset. It's an asset class of itself, where serious players like PayPal and Fidelity, which is a huge institution in the United States, are offering support for the buying and selling of Bitcoin. And it's also being traded on the futures market, which is CME in the United States. And publicly traded companies like MicroStrategy has invested more than $1 billion of their balance sheet into Bitcoin. And Square, which is headed by Jack Dorsey, has invested $50 million into Bitcoin.
Many mainstream companies have invested in Bitcoin, and that's why people are more optimistic about the future of cryptocurrency. JP Morgan Chase and Company said Bitcoin has a long-term potential of reaching $146,000. Secondly, many countries have started regulating Bitcoin trade, adding to its safety.
You cannot print more Bitcoin. That's what separates Bitcoin from traditional fiat currencies like the US dollar, where the US dollar, $3 trillion was printed last year alone, which is like 40% of the balance sheet. That seems crazy, but that's possible in a fiat currency world, but absolutely not possible in Bitcoin. There will only be 21 million Bitcoins, and that's it. The point is that Bitcoin is not a bubble, according to me. It's an asset class that's here to stay. And I want to end it with a note which is famous in our space, which is called long Bitcoin, short the bankers.